All right, a little inspiration and motivation for you this Monday morning. Lots of stuff in there. You guys know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna say. A lot of these things you already know, but are we doing what we know? A lot of those things you heard in there are things that I've said over and over again. You've known, you've read, you've picked up, whether it's here on these calls or whether it's in your own personal development time. You've heard it, you've picked it up, and the question is, are you doing what you know? Are you doing those things that you heard? Is that still your mindset? Are we still working on some of these things? I could have probably, I don't know, there's probably 10 or so different chapters in 177 mental toughness secrets that specifically talk about those things that we heard. I didn't choose to like go into any of them. I just wrote down some things as reminders for you this Monday morning for you to get locked into. Finish what you started. Finish what you started. Whatever you've started. If it's a business, see it all the way through. If it's your diet regimen, you're eating, see it all the way through. If it's a relationship, if it's whatever you've started, finish it. It's easy to start something. It's not always easy to finish, but guess what? We're not looking for easy. We're looking for fulfillment. We're looking for what's going to be worth it. So you got to finish whatever you started, ladies and gentlemen. Make that note. Finish whatever you started. You got to have patience. First two tattoos ever, faith and patience. Patience being one of those things that we all have to grow. We have to grow our level of patience. Mentor used to always say, right, you should have equal levels of ambition and equal levels of patience. If you have a level 10 ambition, you want to take over the world, you want to be a multi-billionaire, you want to be financially free, time free many times over, take care of your generations, you have a level 10 ambition. Well, then you got to have a level 10 patience. That's the key. If you have a level 10 ambition, you have to have a level 10 patience. If you have a level 10 ambition, you want all the things in the world, but you have a level 2 patience, you're not going to get there. You're going to make missteps. You're going to try to do things quicker than they need to be done. You're going to take shortcuts. You're going to think you're not getting there fast enough. All of those things happen when you have high ambition and low patience. So you got to work on your patience. Let your patience start to match your level of ambition. What do you want? What do you want? How many times have I said that to you? How many times have we talked about that? Getting your vision down, writing it down, making it plain. At the end of the day, you got to know, what do you want out of life? What do you want out of this journey? What are we changing our environment for? What are we doing? What do you want? Not what does the world tell you you want. Not what did you see on social media. Not what did you see on a reality show. What did you see from your family? Like none of those things. What do you want? Like what do you want in your heart of hearts when you quiet things down, when you take some time for yourself, when you stop allowing all the external influences to come in? What do you want? Do you have it written down? Are you clear on it? Because none of this stuff matters, y'all. None of this, what we're talking about, matters if you don't know what you're headed for, if you don't know what you want, if you're just here going through the motions. We got to know what's up ahead and what we are fighting for. That's what's going to make it worth it for you if you know what you're fighting for. Limits are just an illusion. Whatever limiting beliefs you have in your brain, just like fear, that's what Michael Jordan said, just like fear, your limiting beliefs are an illusion. They're not real. Fear, false evidence appearing real. It's not even real. You might have made it up in your head that it's a real fear, but it's really not. It's not real. Same thing with your limiting beliefs. What you believe is possible, what you believe is not possible, what you've seen, what you haven't seen, what you think you can accomplish, what you don't think, right? It doesn't matter. They're all limiting beliefs. What do we have to clear up in our belief system to help us get to the life that we want? Because again, the thesis, you change your thinking, you change your life. So I'm sure you have some stinking thinking somewhere. We all do. You got some things that you've been thinking about, some ideas, some beliefs that are holding you back from the man or woman you need to be. Are you aware of them? Are you able to capture your thoughts? and take them into captivity? Like, are you able to do that? If not, that's what we're working on. More work brings confidence. More work brings confidence. The more that you work at something, the more confident you get in it. If you lack confidence in a certain area currently, well, guess what you got to go do? That's right. You got to go work at it. If you lack confidence in a certain area currently, do work in that area and your confidence will build. The work, it's not in the thinking, it's in the action, it's in the doing. That's what brings you confidence. So you need a little bit more confidence. You need to do a little bit more work. Never stop. Don't quit. Don't quit. I know you don't need to hear that from me, but I feel like you do need to hear that from me. Don't quit. Don't stop. It's okay to slow down. It's not okay to stop. If you're running a marathon, it's okay to get a sip of water, but they don't get off the marathon. They don't get off to the side. They don't go underneath the ropes and stand on the side with the spectators while they catch their breath. No, they're jogging. They grab that water and they're sipping it. They may not be sprinting as fast as they need to, but they're getting rehydrated, they're getting replenished, and then they drop that cup and then they're off to running again. In your marathon, in this life that we're running, it's okay to slow down. It's okay to get a sip of water. It's not okay to stop. Again, if you want to go after your ideal life, if that's not you, disregard everything I'm saying. It's okay to stop. If you're average and ordinary, it's okay to stop. Most people stop everything they do in life. Most people stop everything. But for you, if you want to go off and get to your ideal life, there's no quitting. There's no stopping. It's constant. It's constant. Everything worthwhile. What did John Maxwell say? Everything worthwhile is what? Uphill. So if you're not going up the hill, you're slowly sliding down the hill. That's the way that life works. Everything that you want is uphill. So if you're not actively climbing, it doesn't matter how fast you are. If you're not actively climbing, you're actively sliding backwards. So we got to know, we got to keep going. We can't stop. How hungry are you? How hungry are you to win? How hungry are you to succeed? Whatever success looks like in your life. I don't know what that looks like in your life. I don't know if it's just financial success. I don't know if it's success in your family, success in your spiritual life. What does success look like for you? What does success look like in a marriage? What does success look like in a business? I don't know what that looks like for you, but you get to define that and then you get to go after it. You get to do the work every single day to get after it, to figure out how you get to success. You got to be hungry for it, though. You got to be hungry for it. You can't just be passive about it. You can't be casual about it. If you're casual about life, you'll become a casualty of life. You've got to be hungry for it. What are you hungry for? What is churning inside of you that says, man, I got to get after this. I'm waking up on this Monday. I'm ready to get after it. What is that? We got to be hungry for it. Momentum. You got to build the momentum. Start now. Start now. Start now. We talked about finishing. We talked about if you started something, you got to finish it. But what about for all of you that haven't even started yet? You haven't even started. You haven't even started to put that plan in place. You haven't even started to make your calls. You haven't even started on your health journey. Like you haven't even started. You got to get started. There's no better time than today. There's no better time than right now because your future self, the person you are in 3 months, will thank you that you started today. The person a year from now will thank you that you started today. That person will not thank you if you keep procrastinating, if you keep pushing it off, if you keep waiting to get that thing started, whatever that is in your life. If you keep waiting on it, your future self is getting more upset with you that you haven't started now. And, that's one of the number one things I get in the financial space when I start having these conversations. By the way, April is Financial Literacy Month. So I told you I'm going to tell you all that all the time this month. But when I sit down with people that are older, the number one thing they say is, man, I wish I would have earlier. It's the number one thing. Man, I wish I would have earlier. I wish I would have done this earlier. I wish I would have met you earlier. I wish I would have started this plan earlier. It's all they say. Well, how do we not have that happen? Is by starting now. So you don't say that. When was the best time to build a tree, to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the next best time? Today. Today. So whatever it is that you are waiting on doing, do it today. Do it today. Your future self is going to thank you for it. Who are you? Where are you going? What are you accomplishing? Write that down. Who am I? Where am I going? What am I accomplishing? Who am I? Who am I? You should be able to answer that question. You've been jumping on these morning mindset calls. If you're not closer to knowing who you are, we got to take some time to spend with ourselves to ask that question. Who am I? Here's another question. Where am I going? It's back to your vision. It's back to you understanding why you're doing this. Where are you going? It's such a deep question. I get it, but we have to like take some time because if you don't know, you're just going through the motions. You're just doing what other people need you to do. You're just right. You're just taking in whatever the other external forces are forcing you to do. But where are you going? Where are you going as a person? Like, where are you going? Where are you headed? Can you tell me what 3 years looks like? Can you tell me what five? I know God holds the plans. I get it. But in your mind, can you tell me what your 5 year looks like? Like in 5 years, this is where I'm going to be. Even again, even if like God's going to order your steps, He's going to like make sure you have the things you have and don't have. But like in your mind, can you tell me where you are in 5 years? Do you know where you're going? It's such an important question. What are you accomplishing day by day? Every single time you meet somebody, every single time you jump on a call, after we get off a call, what are we accomplishing? Remember, y'all, this is an internal game, not an external game. You're working twice as hard on yourself as you do on your job, on your business, on anything external. If you want somebody else to change, if you complain about someone else, anyone, a family member, a spouse, a kid, any change you. Change you. It's you. You're the problem. I know we don't always want to hear that, but it's us. If you change you, the external world changes. How you interact with your spouse, how you interact with your kids, how you interact with your boss. All the things change if you change. So don't ask for it to be easier. Don't ask for your boss to not be there. Don't ask for those things. Ask how you can get better and focus on getting better every single day, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we get to the life that we don't need a break from. That's how you continue to grow every day, learning, becoming the man or woman God called you to be, is by you taking full responsibility and saying, if it is to be, it's up to me. I'm going to get this thing done. What do I need to change? Where do I need to grow? Where do I need to go to therapy? Where do I need to repent? Where do I need to forgive? Where do I need to change? Like, where's it in me? And the more that you focus on that, the more you're going to get closer to the life that you don't need a break from. I love you guys. I want you to win. You deserve it. Your families deserve it. If nobody tells you, I'll constantly tell you, you deserve to win. People are counting on you to win. That's what you don't know. They're counting on you to get this information. There's people up ahead that know that, hey, you're going to get the capacity to handle this life and you're going to have to bring some people along. And they're counting on you to do something with this information. That's why they're not here. You're here. Keep showing up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Keep doing your own personal development work. Keep growing, keep learning, keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And that's how we get to the life we don't need a break from. I love you guys. Go do something that scares you this Monday. I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Take care.